El estado de la Florida posee el tercer ecosistema de arrecifes más grande del mundo y sin embargo, el cambio climático, la polución y la sobrepesca están amenazando su delicado equilibrio. Y aunque pocos lo saben, bajo estas aguas tropicales, un grupo de figuras mitológicas están cambiando la historia. Allí el arte y la ciencia se entrelazan. Verdaderos artistas y héroes revelan cómo la pasión, la innovación y el compromiso comunitario convergen para enfrentar las amenazas del cambio climático.
Corals here in Florida are under a lot of different threats due to climate change. Ocean acidification, warming temperatures, and disease have impacted all of our reef systems here in Florida and around the world. It's incredibly important to have healthy reefs to protect our coastlines, provide food and other resources for community members just like us here. My name's Shelby Thomas. I'm the founder and CEO of the Ocean Rescue Alliance International. I'm a marine biologist and scientist and really focus on designing artificial structures that replicate natural reef geology. What you see here at this facility is our reef manufacturing facility, where we make artificial reefs and outplant living corals, oysters, and mangroves on top of them. Most artificial reefs historically have been trash of land. Construction pilings, culverts, ships, thrown in the ocean to create habitat. And although fish do live there, they look and act nothing like a natural system. So our goals with the Ocean Rescue Alliance is to build artificial reefs to more closely support natural function. And so one unique thing we do is actually create artificial reefs that can also connect communities together through art. And one of our artistic reefs you can see over here, this is one of our mermaid casts. And this mermaid was 3D scanned from a real mermaid into this 13-foot tall structure. The next step would be to attach this to one of our reef modules, and we sink this in the ocean. The 1,000 Mermaids project is one of our biggest eco-art initiatives. And what we do is use the symbol of the mermaid to use that half-human, half-fish connection back to the ocean. The ocean's out of sight, out of mind for many people, and we really use art as a way to connect community and not only bring awareness, but fund restoration at scale. We're also designing several different art themes. This is one where we're going to be making a Greek god garden. This is Poseidon, one of the gods of the ocean. This is another example of one of our Ocean Rescue Alliance modules. This is our mascot, which is an industrial diver and symbolizes the first exploration into the ocean. So at every single one of our sites, you'll see one of these structures underwater. One thing that we really like to do is design artificial reefs in a diversity of ways so it can support different marine ecosystems. So we test out many different designs and monitor them to see what kind of fish recruitment we get. These were two different experimental designs made to stack on each other. We usually sink about 50 to 100 of these structures off of a boat each time we go out into the ocean. And we got to bring some of the community members and team members out to make what we call a microhabitat unit. So all of these that you see on the table were just freshly made by a bunch of volunteers. And what they are, just as we went outside, were all habitat units that can have little fish live underneath them. So this one specifically was made for staghorn coral, where it can just be stuck right into this cup, almost like a candle holder. And this can actually hold the coral right in here, and you screw it on directly.
My name is Christopher O'Hare. I'm the founder of Reef Cells. It's been established since 1988, and we create marine structures that promote coral restoration and fish habitat. I got my first mask when I was in high school in the 70s. Immediately went down to Key West and all the other Florida Keys, and I was just blown away. The sea turtles, the moray eels, the lobster, so much teeming life, even the plain turtle grass with the turtles cruising through the shallow water, and I just wanted to be a part of that. How can I make this happen more? Because I know from personal experience that the majority of the area in the ocean is a desert. There are outcroppings of reef, but most of the time it's just plain old sand, and the pelagic fish that swim around looking for a place to habitat, they really have to go searching quite a bit. So it occurred to me, why not put things in the ocean? So since 1988, we've been fabricating things and putting them down and looking and see what kind of results we were able to achieve.
There's a lot of initiatives with the United Nations that are encouraging all countries to advance their standards and what they're committing to do for the environment. I really believe that as we scale restoration up the coast, we'll be able to actually save some of those species, and it's like meeting climate adaptation in its face. Really hope that as we move forward, a lot more agencies and policies will enable us to do even more work that's much needed, and hopefully we get hundreds of more companies doing it as well, because we need this all over the world, especially in developing nations that are facing climate impacts right now, increased storms. I mean, just alone in Miami this past year, we had 101 degree surface temperatures, which was a record high for water temperatures here in South Florida. So we really focus on using art. As a scientist myself, I really realized how disconnected people are from not only natural resources, but especially the ocean. It's out of sight, out of mind. And so we really take value in using art as a storyteller. So projects like our 1000 Mermaids Artificial Reef project, this is just a little mini replica, but utilizing an art pathway like the mermaid as a powerful tool to create connection and be able to really create an experience that affects everyone differently. Each one of us can dive on the reef and have a different experience, and it brings out emotion of community.
There are so many people who want to be involved and they don't know how. And it's one thing to give your money to an organization, say, here, go save the corals, but to get a hands-on or a participatory role in this, to me, is so much better, and it engages people.
I kind of talk about this a lot, especially recently. I see like that being our biggest threat to any natural resource is a disconnection between nature. You know, we're very exploitative in humanity as it stands right now, where people are very disconnected even from the food that they eat. Any native culture, we really used to have this inherent respect for nature, almost familial, and that familial relationship has kind of been lost.
Pues yo me llamo Michael O'Rourke y yo trabajo con los eventos con Ocean Rescue Alliance, y lo más importante para mí del arte es cómo inspira a la gente, especialmente el arte latino, que para mí tiene uno de los mejores artistas del mundo.
We work with a variety of artists, and we really want to encourage anyone out there. I believe everyone's an artist. I'm a scientist, and I find my own art in solving ecological issues. An attorney may find their own art in defending an argument and getting things for an argument. And so I think it's really important to think about art in many different senses and kind of challenge people to find their kind of passion and purpose. And one thing I've been really saying a lot is find your 3 Ps, which is passion, purpose, and perseverance. And I think through exploring your passions, you can find your purpose and push to persevere.
When I think about it, art is just merely the artist communicating to someone through symbolism. And you could put it out there, but it's like shooting an arrow. You don't know where it's going to land. It's up to the interpreter, the viewer, to decide what that symbolism means.
And so some exciting things that we're looking forward to is working with artists, doing fine art with the Reef Line, building a 7-mile underwater art park, but also expanding our initiatives here throughout South Florida and Hollywood and West Palm. Greek mythology has always been really interesting to me, and I think what's pretty neat in relation to the arts is in Greek mythology, the gods sent muses to the world to inspire humanity. Art's our closest thing to feeling like a god because we're creating something out of nothing. And you're using your imagination and being able to create something. And so I think it's a really beautiful construct of pulling in these arts together to not only inspire humanity, but actually create impact for the environment. And so we get a really fun job. It's not even a job, it's a passion and love to continually innovate and give back. We take pride in really working with everybody in the community. So we need your help, your ideas, your passion and creativity. We want to welcome you to join us in helping design new artificial reefs, create new art initiatives, and find ways to scale restoration efforts around the globe. We need your help more than ever before. Join the Alliance today and find ways to help on our website at oceanrescuealliance.org. We want to say a special thanks to Sachamama for giving us this platform to not only tell our stories, but bring this story to the community and to you. We really appreciate their support in telling this initiative and helping connect communities further through art.